Have you ever wondered what is really going on behind the scenes at a massive video game publisher like Ubisoft? We've all played their games. From the sprawling historical worlds of Assassin's Creed to the epic sci-fi battles of Star Wars. Outlaws. But a recent financial report from Ubisoft's UK division paints a picture of a company and an industry facing some serious challenges. Stick around, because this story reveals a lot about the future of how we play, buy, and experience video games. So, what's the big news? Ubisoft UK has officially warned that its sales are expected to drop for the current financial year, which runs until March 2026. This isn't just a small blip on the radar, it's a significant signal about the health of the traditional gaming market. And the reasons why are fascinating. First off, they're simply releasing fewer games. Think about it. In the previous year, we got a flood of titles: Assassin's Creed Mirage, Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, The Crew Motorfest, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and Skull and Bones, just to name a few. Compare that to the lineup for the current year, which includes big hitters like Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed Shadows, but is noticeably smaller in volume. Fewer games hitting the shelves naturally means fewer opportunities for sales. But it goes much deeper than that. Ubisoft has pointed to a major shift in our gaming habits. They've stated, and this is a direct quote, that consumers are playing fewer games, playing them for longer. This is a huge deal. The era of buying a new $60 game every month, playing it for a few weeks, and moving on is fading. Instead, we're diving deep into massive, long-running games. Think about the games that dominate your playtime. Titles like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Warzone, or even Ubisoft's own Rainbow Six Siege. These are games as a service. They're constantly updated with new content, new seasons, and new reasons to keep logging in day after day for months or even years. This loyalty to a few core games means that new, standalone titles are finding it incredibly difficult to break through the noise. Ubisoft admits that outside of a few massive hits, new games are struggling to stand out and achieve the sales they may once have had. The market has become more volatile, and predicting a hit is harder than ever. This trend is reflected in the hard numbers. The UK's physical game sales market plummeted by around 35% in the year leading up to March 2025. We're all moving towards digital downloads, subscription services like Game Pass, and free-to-play models. That traditional model of selling a physical disc for a one-time high prices, as Ubisoft puts it, becoming less ubiquitous. Hardware sales are also down by about 25%. We're in the later stages of the current console cycle, with PS5 Pro and updated Xbox models on the horizon, but no major, brand-new generation launch to drive a massive hardware boom. Now let's look at Ubisoft UK's actual financial report. On the surface, their revenue actually increased by 11%, from about £30 million to £33 million. But you have to look closer. This increase was largely due to integrating their customer relationship center into the main business, which also explains why their UK employee count jumped from 44 to 174. The more telling number is the sale of actual goods, which means games. That figure dropped by a staggering 29% to just under £19 million. And their pre-tax profit? It crashed from 50 million pounds down to just 1.1 million. The main reason for this massive drop was a huge one-off dividend they received from a subsidiary in the previous year that wasn't repeated. But even on an underlying basis, their profit was essentially flat, which isn't great news for a company of this size. This financial pressure has had real-world consequences for the people who make our favorite games. The report comes after news that Ubisoft Reflections, the Newcastle-based studio famous for its work on the Tom Clancy brand and The Division, had to make significant job cuts. In April of this year, around 100 jobs were made redundant in Newcastle and Leamington Spa, and the Leamington Spa studio was shut down completely. This was part of a larger, group-wide restructuring at Ubisoft aimed at cutting costs by around 200 million euros. It's a stark reminder that when companies face financial headwinds, it's the talented developers who often bear the brunt. Even the parent company, Ubisoft Entertainment based in France, is feeling the squeeze. Their global sales dropped from 2.3 billion euros to 1.89 billion euros. More alarmingly, they swung from a net profit of over 157 million euros to a net loss of over 158 million euros. This isn't just a UK problem, it's a global challenge for one of the industry's titans. So, what does this all mean for us, the gamers? It confirms what many of us have been feeling. The industry is at a crossroads. The traditional, premium, single-player game isn't dead, but it's facing immense pressure from all sides. Live service games demand our time, subscription services offer incredible value, and free-to-play titles remove the barrier to entry entirely. For a new $60 or $70 game to succeed, it has to be more than just good. It has to be an absolute must-play phenomenon. It has to be an event. We see this with games like Elden Ring or Baldur's Gate 3. They break through because they offer something truly special and generate immense word of mouth. Ubisoft's situation is a case study for the entire industry. They have incredible franchises, but they ray caught between the old model of selling individual games and the new model of long-term player engagement. Their attempts to enter the live service space have had mixed results, with Skull and Bones being a prime example of a troubled, long-in-development project that struggled to find an audience. Looking ahead, the success of massive upcoming titles like Assassin's Creed Shadows and Star Wars Outlaws will be absolutely critical for Ubisoft. These aren't just games, they are massive bets on the future of the single-player, open-world formula that Ubisoft helped pioneer. Can they capture our attention in a world saturated with content? Can they convince us to invest not just our money, but our most valuable resource, our time? The next couple of years will be telling, not just for Ubisoft, but for the entire AAA gaming landscape. We're witnessing a fundamental transformation in how games are made, sold, and played. It's a challenging time, for sure, but it could also lead to new and innovative ways to experience the hobby we all love. What do you think about this shift in gaming? Are you playing fewer games, but for longer? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. It's a fascinating discussion. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more deep dives into the world of gaming. See you in the next one.